Bloomies are forever.
Hello, I'm Melissa and welcome back to eBay Shipping. Today is August 27th and we will be packaging 10 items. I also have some website orders, but we shall see. Let's go into eBay and pull one of the orders. This is for Alexis. Hi, Alexis. I think she's been looking at these for a while. I have had these for probably over a year and I set them aside because I could not find them online. I could not find them. And I was like, well, I'm gonna go to the pawn shop and have them jewelry tested, which I did. They are not real gold. They are not sterling that they can tell, but they were so pretty. I don't know if you'll actually see how pretty they are. Each stone is set and the turquoise color is a different type of stone than the rest. Like the rest are rhinestones, but the turquoise actually seems like a stone and they're gorgeous. And so I listed them for $19.99. They sold probably within a week. Let's put them on one of these earring cards that I get on Amazon. And they have the backs. Oh, the backs have a little rhinestone. Oh no, I lied. Never mind. It's just the light hitting them. We have a lot of light here in Florida. Okay, so they're gonna have to go a little cattywampus. They're kind of pretty like that too. And then just to protect them when I put them in the box, I had probably been selling jewelry for a few weeks when somebody got a pair of earrings and said, like, the way you're shipping them, even though they're in a box, they were slightly bent. Are they marked? I wonder if that's a marking. I don't know. They're sold. So we'll let Alexis find that out. So I'm gonna put on little clear plastic. This one doesn't match. Stoppers that I bought a gajillion of them on Amazon for like $8. And this is gonna require two little stoppers. And that way it keeps the metal straight. Yeah, good. And let's put them in a box. Today has such pretty packaging. If you have not received your Patreon package, your monthly subscription package from me for September, I want to be surprised. Do not watch this. Do not watch this. You are going to see some of what you get. Do not watch this. But if you're watching this and are going to spoil a surprise for yourself, I totally get it. Totally get it. Okay, so there we are. Have to get some foam. A little piece of foam at the top. Make sure all the little stones are in there. Somebody turn down my air conditioning, please. You'd think I'd remember that. No, I do not. I have some gold washi. I don't know where I got this washi from. Somebody might have sent it to me. It's washi? Oh, you know where I got it? I got this on Amazon. Wow, I wonder how long ago I got that. I think it was Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart. This is a long time ago. Okay. It was over 2 years ago. Can I find, here it is. October 2018. 2018. So almost 3 years ago. How much did I paid almost nothing for this. $1.81 for 8 rolls of washi. It is no longer this price, but it was like one of those glitch things on a glitch site that I use. I still have so much of it. Probably because I haven't used it. I forgot all about it. Okay, I bought a lot of washi. I think I got one and then I was like, oh, this is a fantastic deal. I'm buying all of the washi. And it was still that price. Okay. I think I'm gonna go gold, more of a classic. This is the Jilson Roberts tissue paper. It comes in huge sheets. You can absolutely cut this apart if you have small items. I could cut this, I mean, honestly, probably into 8. but we are gonna do half. Why are we gonna do half? I'm feeling generous. I'm also slightly congested still. I do have Dayquil in me, so it is helping. We'll do a story time later. Yesterday was my brother's birthday, and coming up is my mom's birthday. Okay. There we are. It's not like the stickiest, but for tissue paper, it's perfect. Perfect. Okay, now what ribbon? Because this is so basic, let's go like outrageous. It is a gold tone kind of leaf foil bronzy. I don't think we need to do a ton with this. Let's just go around one time. And this was from the Dollar Tree, and I think there were 3 yards, I think. So I'll probably get about 3 packages out of that. We're a little uneven, but not bad. Let's trim that off. Perfect. So pretty. You can't even tell really that it's leaves until you really see the full print. Okay, new business cards. We'll do one of my regular ones, but this is the one I ordered for autumn. It has the gold foil from Vistaprint, and I did the print a little bit on the back. Okay, so here's what it says. Let's try to get it in focus. It says, "A year from now, you'll be glad that you started today." And it's kind of hard to read. And then when it hits the light, it's so pretty. I kind of did that on purpose. Like if you're looking at it, you're like, what does that say? And then, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm very excited. Those came out so nice. And I think I order thousands of cards every season because again, I have a subscription service where you pay a flat fee and I send you supplies every month. It's not like a value service, but for people who really are into this kind of thing, it's fun. It's themed, it's fun. So that's that. But I almost never, if I've ever done it, put the print on back, but it was only like 20 or 25 more for the entire order. It's not very sparkly, but I just thought, I'm gonna do it. Okay, regular business card. Says, "You are enough. You are so enough. It is unbelievable how enough you are." And that has the gold foil too. The words aren't. And it's a matte card, but the gold is really pretty. Okay, let's do the new one on top. Okay, I need to pause and go turn the air conditioning down because I'm going to just be too warm very quickly. Okay, we will do a sheet mask. Get these on Amazon for about 38-40 cents. And then I found these leaves on the Dollar Tree website. They're so nice. They could easily be a coaster. I have both waters here. This is my smaller cup. Easily. It's a thick cardboard, like really thick. I would say it's like 1/8 of an inch. And 8 of them were $1. That makes them almost free. Look how pretty they are. They don't have holes, but I'm just gonna stick one in there. So pretty. I was thrilled with these. I got a ton of stuff, a ton. I forgot I ordered. So the order came and I was like, oh, I was just looking at autumn stuff on Amazon. Good thing I ordered from Dollar Tree. I went to pick it up and she was like, "You have 4 boxes?" And I'm like, I didn't even remember I ordered it. Okay, so there's that. Let's grab our first poly mailer. We're just gonna go in order. The top one, oh, are we gonna go in order? Oh, the foxes are so cute with this. Let's do foxes. Forget what I said, we're going in order. We are absolutely not going in order. Here are the foxes. I get my poly mailers and supplies from a gajillion places. These poly mailers aren't as thick as some of them. Like this is the You Pack and Ship. And this one is slightly thicker, but still super usable, super cute. Where did I get this one? It starts with a P. Is that at all helpful? Does it have poly mailers in the title? I think it does. No it doesn't. Pro Supply Global. And they go on sale. But for their newer prints, 1,000 is usually like $85, I think, which is a little pricey. A lot of times I can find them cheaper, but their prints are usually pretty exclusive. So, you know, I go through a lot of poly mailers. I get to pick all of the fun supplies. That's what I've given myself. I used to detest shipping. Now, I love it. I didn't bring any autumn stickers. I do have stickers though. This one is a little panda. These don't rip the best. Okay. Little panda, black and white, not like thrilling. That's cute. I'm gonna say 4 ounces. Oh, and Alexis is in Virginia. 3.5, so I'll round up to 4 for eBay. Always want to round up. 4 ounces. She paid $19.99 for the earrings, $3.99 shipping. I just do a flat rate for lightweight jewelry of $3.99. My cost is $3.12. I'm going to grab a drink. I am drinking caffeine today. It's delicious. Print. And have I installed my Dymo label makers? No, they're still sitting here. I have not used these things in like a year and a half. I uninstalled them because I was like, oh, my Dymo label maker video did so well. I've made so much, in quotes. I should do another one, an updated one. Let me just uninstall them. So I uninstalled them. Did I make no, I did not make any other video. They're just sitting here. I'm still using my regular printer. It'd be cheaper if I used my Dymo, for sure. Hi Dymo. Hi Dymo 2. I have 2. They're decorative Dymos. Okay. Let's grab a watercolor marker and just put a thank you on here. I really need to, in addition to installing my Dymos, I really need to print labels that say like, your package was filmed on my YouTube channel. That would be a fun thing. Pretend I did that. I'll go through and sticker. I have heart stickers. They don't match. They're cute though. Okay. Thanks, Alexis. I was gonna say I'll go through and sticker, but that's fine. But seriously, how cute would that be? And then you receive a package and you're like, oh, I can go watch. Would anybody into that? I don't know. I don't think I'd care. If like an Amazon order came and was like, I filmed your order, I'd be like, yeah, so what? I don't care that my cold medicine was. Okay, next item. Let's do this. She was super excited. I had my shop shut off for probably 2 weeks. I shut my eBay store off and on when I'm not feeling well or we just have things going on, people in town. It's a source of income, don't get me wrong, but thankfully it doesn't have to be like so regimented. I use it anyway, it doesn't matter. So I had just shut my store off and she had messaged and said like, oh my goodness, I've been watching this item and I'm ready to purchase, please let me know. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, we both just tested positive for COVID. My husband and I, we know where we got it. A lot of his friend group was taken down by it. Some didn't make it, some are still really struggling. So we tested positive, we quarantined, we're okay. Bear is not as great, he would not be sitting here. But yesterday he did get out of the house to go to the doctor, first time in 2 weeks. He's been not horrible, right at the border where he probably needed to go to the hospital or not. We were really watching it. We've got the pulse ox, we have all the things. So we were really watching it. I was really watching it. He was not able to watch it. It's not that he didn't care. It was just not great for him, obviously. Still not great, but anyway, so I shut it off the store. I told her, I said, oh my goodness, we just tested positive. I just, everything shut down until I test negative. I have tested negative, like, what is today, Friday? I think Sunday or Monday. I tested negative. I'm fine.
Boom, boom.
So she kept writing. She's like, can you open it up for me? I did not feel at the point where I could go pull an item and ship it. That sounds extreme, but like, it was at the point where I wasn't watching TV. Like Bear and I, you would just think like with all that time and you're in bed, just breathing and existing was difficult. So we kept communicating and I finally did open it back up. So I'm so glad Tracy got this item because she really wanted it. Did I show you the item? It's a shepherd's watch that spins, so it has like a sundial compass kind of, and I put it on a thin chain. I'll insert a picture of it. But it was sterling. It was really pretty. I liked it. As somebody with anxiety, not that this would be like life-changing, but just the fact that it moves, like to have that when I have severe anxiety, if I can catch it before it gets severe. If it's severe, it's too far gone. But like, I appreciate just any distraction. So I think that would be a fun little distraction. Anyway, moving on now. Look what I got. So for September's Patreon box, I really wanted a certain print from Jilson Roberts. I'm not going to spoil it. I found it on one website. It is a wrapping paper, but one website said they were making tissue paper. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's tissue paper. It's perfect. It was like the perfect autumn. I ordered it at the end of July for September, knowing that sometimes things take, a week or two with my tissue paper supplier. And it was on a different site. It was only one site. So this isn't Jilson Roberts. It is a really cool texture. I'm guessing maybe it's recycled. Bear was like, what is this? He was feeling good enough to help fold tissue paper 2 days ago? 2 days ago, I think he got out of bed, and I'm guessing he's out of the woods. He seems 40% better, let's say. So I order it, it doesn't come in, but some of the other tissue paper doesn't come in, but I was not going through boxes 2 weeks ago. I didn't want to touch anything because of just everything happening. I didn't want to move. So we didn't get the mail for a week. If you know me, you know I love going to get the mail. Just like fun. My life. I like my life. Except these last couple of weeks. So the Christmas paper doesn't come in. It says back ordered, and this other paper doesn't come in. And so I wanted to make sure it didn't come in, and I just hadn't set it aside with all of our not feeling great. It is a really thick paper. It's like textured. It's like almost like everything got wet and then dried in the sun, like that kind of puckery texture feeling, but like in a nice way. So I called them the other day and they're like, let me check. Yeah, we have that it didn't get shipped. I was like, oh, thank goodness I didn't just lose 480 sheets of tissue paper. Like I was going, I'm like, where else could this be? We only have so many spots. Unless I put this outside or threw it out, it's so much tissue paper. When it comes, it's in huge boxes. Or like stuck in the attic, but nobody's been in the attic, so I would literally have to go get a ladder in my sleep and put it in the attic, and it's heavy. So she calls me back. She's like, it is back ordered. And I'm like, okay, I could do it in October. Like I'm reasoning myself because she didn't know where it was. So I was like, okay, what's the latest I could have this? And I'm like, as long as it would come late September, I could have this for an October Patreon package. Such a cute print. She's like, actually, the company hasn't made it yet. I'm like, oh. She's like, we could have it to you by the end of October, possibly. I'm like, oh, that's too late for an autumn print, because then it would have to go in November, and November's Christmas as far as my season of supplies. I'm like, okay, cancel it. And I'm like, can I do it in spring? Like, yeah, I could do it in spring, but I'll just reorder it if they actually make it. She's not even sure if the company's gonna make it. So anyway, where was I going with that? I have no idea. So this is the paper instead. But I'm not gonna say the name of the print, because just in case I use it in spring, which I think it would be just as appropriate in spring, which is funny because you'd be like, what in the world would be appropriate for fall and spring? I mean, a gajillion things. Let's do the same 2 cards. This little ribbon was in a huge lot of ribbon I purchased. I'm gonna go this way with the cards. Let's do that, yes. It's just the tiniest little roll. Nobody else gets this ribbon because that was all that was on it, that tiny little bit. And let's do a real leaf, a fake leaf. Found these at the Dollar Tree. The ones on Amazon all had reviews saying they smelled and people had to air them out. And I was not about to air out thousands of leaves. That was not happening. So I bought them at Dollar Tree and I made sure I opened one and smelled it and it was fine. It doesn't smell at all, so. No smelly leaves here. Okay, let's do this one now. This one has like a Southwestern theme on it, or maybe Native American. I didn't mean to insult anybody if I just insulted. I know those 2 things are different. Okay. This print though, I wonder if I still have this. This is You Pack and Ship, which I've been purchasing from You Pack and Ship for, oh, maybe 10 or 15 years, like a long time. Corey is the lady who owns it. I don't know if these are still available though. I bought this last year, year before. I don't have a ton, but I pulled them out for fall. I did a full inventory of all of my supplies. And, oh, they still have it. Well, that's fun. What do they call this? Boho Skull. Okay. I thought it kind of had like an autumn-y vibe. It's a mustardy yellow kind of color. Mustard? That is not mustard. It's not got enough orange. Cornflower yellow. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm weighing this. So Tracy is in Nevada. Oh, nice. I mean, parts of Nevada are very out westy. 3.1, so we round up to 4. My husband and I have been to Nevada several times, so she paid 19. I sent her an offer. So she really, really wanted it, and she was like, and I was like, oh, I don't even know when I'm gonna open my shop. Like, that's how, when I finally got back to her, which took days. And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, okay, could you let me know? And I'm like, of course. And then she was like, I'm checking in to see if you open your shop. And I'm like, no, maybe Monday. So Monday came around and I had just tested negative and Bear was still so sick. It was just not a possibility to think about anything else at that point. Like literally think about too much else. It was just existing. And so that sounds dramatic. It was a little dramatic. It was a little dramatic. That's how dramatic that was. So she messaged and I said, no, but like day or two, give me a day or two. So I think I opened it Tuesday or Wednesday. And I said, this is what I can do. I can raise the price to like $100 something and then just, I'll send you an offer. Or like you can send me an offer. And oh, why didn't I think of that sooner? Because my mom wasn't thinking, but that's what I did. So she really, really wanted it, obviously. Wasn't like naggy, she was just super nice. You're super nice, Tracy, I appreciate you. And I appreciate your checking in. And then I just raised it to like, I don't know, what did you say? Like a ridiculous amount, $120. And then I just sent her an offer. So $19 is what it sold for. I think I originally had $19.99 or $24.99, but fine. If somebody sends me like an offer, I'm fine. And then $3.99. So my cost was $3.49. Yep. And print. And print. There we go. So going back to the tissue paper, I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed. And I inventoried everything, like every last poly mailer in my house got pulled out and inventoried this summer. So, and I planned out, I think I planned out until, exclamation on there, the summertime, roughly. Like the next few months I know exactly what I'm doing, and then what I have in the house I'll incorporate as the seasons allow. Like a mermaid print I'll use towards summer. But Jilson Roberts, does cycle through their tissue paper, so their tissue paper now doesn't necessarily have to be their tissue paper next year. So I will order some prints ahead of time. If you're not in the tissue paper, no. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, next item. Is this sterling? It is sterling. I'm gonna shine that up before I send it. What isn't sterling? These earrings, this is sterling. Let's do this. This is super shiny. This is actually sterling too. This is so cute. Oh, Mary. Do I know you, Mary? I think I know you, Mary. Checking if I know Mary. Definitely know Mary. Hi, Mary. Look how perfect this is. Oh, it's a leaf. It's a sterling silver gold tone leaf. Look how tiny. I mean, my hands are giant, honestly. Like, look at a business card, just a regular business card compared to my hands. It's like the size of my palm. I mean, so the leaf is probably an inch, maybe just slightly over, but it is so tiny, and it's vintage, and it's marked. Okay, so now do I go with, I think I have to go with a tiny box for it. It's so cute. The box looks huge. Okay. I think after this I'm gonna give myself a pause. Feeling very dry. And then we will come back, check on my husband. This morning, so we tested, just to make sure I was negative. We didn't leave the house. It had nothing to do with anything other than we felt miserable. Let's do the other side of the leaves. Let's stick to the brand here. I'm gonna fold this because this is a very tiny box. So once I tested negative and knew I didn't have COVID anymore, I left and went and got groceries and did all the things. I had to pick up meds. Some meds they can ship to you. These they couldn't. You need your driver's license. Where was I going with this? I don't know. Me watching this back where I should not be filming. And I'm okay. Mary, eBay, I don't know. Sorry for where I was going with that. Okay. Hey, tape. I don't know where I was going with that. Wonder, we could go with the orange. Let's do orange satin. This is a pale orange, it's definitely pumpkin orange satin. And I'm gonna get my picking shears. I'll figure it out later. Take a break. Meds, Walmart. I don't know. I remembered. Aren't you so glad you're watching this? So I haven't been feeling great. So this morning I went for a walk. I was feeling good enough to attempt. I had walked to the mailbox like about a week ago, maybe 5 days ago. I was like, oh yikes, this is not a good idea. But I made it back, I was fine. I was just super dizzy. Everything was making me nauseous. Like looking at the fan, I have not been able to eat ramen noodles in over 2 weeks, which that is like my #1 staple food. I've eaten every day for years and years. It does not make me sick. I'm always happy with it. 99.9% always happy with it. I could not physically look at ramen without a severe response. I have never had that. I am not pregnant. I am in my 40s. My husband had a vasectomy. We are not pregnant. But like when pregnant people say, or just like anybody says, it was so weird. And like I was getting to the point like week 1.5 or so. It's been just over 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, where I could look at the package and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this. Like, it was good enough. And then I was like, nope. And then I made it a few times. I was like, nope. And I still have not been able to eat it. So it's just so weird that Bear lost his taste buds completely, which I was trying to do Gatorade just to get he hasn't dehydrated. I've been giving him ice chips around the clock. So but he has lost a ton of weight, which I have too a little bit, but not a ton, but he lost a ton. Well, a ton is 2,000 pounds. He's lost about 30 pounds. He's like, not 30 yesterday. He's like, it's only been 27. I'm like, you're standing there in a hoodie and sneakers. So anyway, I will get to my point. Look how cute this little package is. Now, we could do pumpkins. Let's do one of the leaves. I do one of these. It's not going to fit on top, though. Should I do pumpkin instead? I have these really cute, maybe I'll do a tiny pumpkin. Pumpkin on a stick. And then I have these pumpkins on clips. These were 3 for $1 at Dollar Tree. I think these were 8 for $1. They have little black speckly speckles. I like the idea of doing 2 of them. So he's been doing mashed potatoes, but I tried Gatorade. He's like, Gatorade tastes like slime. Not taste, but just feels like slime, which I totally get. Yep, that's all you needed to say. No more Gatorade. So if somebody wants a lot of Gatorade, we have it in the fridge. On the upside, he's been able to do liquid vitamins just fine, even though they taste, I mean, I've been doing them too, but yikes. It's like raspberry dirt. So I went for a walk this morning, and then I was like, okay, I can do this. I like walked further than I even thought possible. It's doing so good, not nauseous, not dizzy, so good. Sweaty, but not horrible. Let's do orange with this. Yes, that's what we're doing. And then I was like, I should get in the pool. I got in the pool. I did all of the things this morning. Oh, this is adorable. We are totally doing the mason jars. The mason jars are probably my favorite print of all time. So pretty. And this year's mason jars are slightly different than last year's mason jars. And they're pricey. They're, I think, the priciest poly mailers other than custom that I have ever seen. But here's the thing. When you have an exclusive print that people want and it sells out, you can charge whatever you want as long as it's still selling out. I mean, if they charged $1,000, it probably wouldn't sell out, but I think it was $149 for 1,000. They were pricey. Are they sold out? Here they are. Okay, oh, they have 2 different ones. I didn't realize that. Oh, I didn't realize that. Are they sold out though? Okay, so this print, this exact print, is $150 for 1,000. So it makes them 15 cents, which doesn't sound pricey, but for poly mailers, you can get a solid poly mailer for under 4 cents shipped. Then they have sunflowers in mason jars, which looks super similar, but with sunflowers. Oh, totally go with the sunflower ones. They're much cheaper. They're $100 for 1,000. They look so similar. They both have mason jars, both have the fairy lights, both have the fake wood. I like these better though. I mean, for the price, definitely go with the other ones. 10 cents per mailer, 15 cents per mailer adds up really quickly, but I like these slightly better. Would I like them if I knew? I'd go with the other ones. Okay, anyway, so cute. There's so many different prints. The Lucky Charm one has sold out. There's like a shamrock one, and I was thinking about that one for next March, but it's already sold out. They sell out quickly. Okay, 1.9, I think. 1 point something. So 2 ounces. Mary is in Kansas. I haven't shipped to Kansas in a long time. Huh. So she paid $14, which was the best offer I sent her. I almost never accept best offers on my items. Sometimes I'll send offers though. A lot of times I'll send offers. And $3.99 shipping, print shipping label. I laid out all of the supplies because tissue paper needed to be, started to be folded because I'll start shipping September's Patreon packages. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm so sorry. I put together a monthly subscription service. I think I said this. Boom, boom. A monthly subscription service with like tissue papers and ribbons, and there's different levels. Some people just get the tissue paper. And it's themed. Last month we had cats and dogs. The month before we had, will I remember, seashells and beach themed, I think. So like October, I'm not gonna spoil the theme, I have a theme, and then November I do holiday. So that way everybody will get them in plenty of time. Because it takes like a week to ship. So if I waited for holiday until December, you wouldn't have the supplies until like mid-December usually. So I'm a month ahead. But September's is so pretty, even without the print that I had hoped Jilson Roberts was gonna send. Not their fault, not their fault. It wasn't created, a website had put it up. There's no such thing. Thank you, Mary. Okay, I'm gonna take a break, let myself cool off, go get some more liquids, check how my husband's doing, and I will be back. It is maybe an hour or two later, and we have the next item. This is so tiny and cute. You know what? Let me look at ThredUp really quickly. I haven't done this in a few hours. I was gonna say all day, but that's not true. Okay, ThredUp, secondhand website where I used to get a lot of my jewelry. Now it's constantly sold out. I did look for Blue Salt though, which is my absolute favorite brand at this point. And they had 3 pieces. And it's usually about $150 per piece, and I could get it for $20. But only 1 piece would fit. The rest I could sell, the other 2 pieces, but probably not for like a huge profit. And honestly, I have so many things here. I have to think about it. They're in my cart. Oh, I want that piece so badly though. And I have a $10 off coupon off of anything over, I think like $20 or $25. Oh, okay, we're gonna think about it. Okay, next item is going to Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn, I love your name. Love it, love it. You can do so many things. I'm sure you know. Your name is that. It's so cute. It's a little vintage. I think it's sterling. It's marked $9.80 or $900. I put 900. Yeah, it looks like 900, which is silver, but I don't know if sterling. It's a different marking. It's Venezuela. It's a little cable car. We had cable cars about half hour from where my husband and I lived, and he grew up in Pennsylvania, Johnstown. And I went on one at least one time with my mom and sister. I'm gonna guess at least twice. It's very fun. It's the steepest, or was the steepest incline in the world. Could that still be the case? The steepest incline something in the world. What would it be? The Johnstown Incline Plane is billed as the world's steepest it's not? I don't know how to pronounce that. Incline plane. I'm gonna Google it. Gonna Google the pronunciation of this word because I cannot say this out loud. Vehicular? Could it be vehicular? Yeah, vehicular. It says vehicular. Vehicular. Steepest vehicular? I can't possibly be. Let's do practice. Can we practice it? Sure. Oh no, I don't want to say anything. No, I just want you to say things.
Vehicular.
Vehicular. Oh, okay. It's why does it say hi? I don't know. Anyway, my mom and sister and I went there one time, probably with my husband, maybe not with my husband. I don't remember. That might have been the first time. This is way too big of a box for this. I was like, oh, this little strawberry box is so cute. That's way too big. Here we go. Gwendolyn, where are you? MN, Minnesota. Minnesota? Gotta get my little paper somebody sent me. Oh, you know what? I was using it the other day. Maybe like 2 weeks ago the other day. Where did you go, little paper? Where did I put you back? Should we put it back in the same place? Are you over here? I bet you're over here. Things that are over here. I made more stamps. I carved those and then made them. USPS pin for my friend Franca, who lives in the Netherlands, who really wanted the t-shirt and it sold out. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and go get a new battery and find my little thing I'm looking for. I'll be back. I'm back. I can't remember what I was doing. My Fabfitfun Box came. The cable car. She paid $9.99 and shipping of $3.99. Sorry about my congestion. It is better. Pretty little ribbon. Let's do, this was not my last print. I had a fourth print, but I didn't grab it. It was similar to one of the other ones. So this is like a recycled apple print. Again, like that recycled, I'm totally feeling that for autumn, like a burlap rustic. I live in a farmhouse vibe, except we live at a house very close to the beach. So even when we lived in Pennsylvania, poor people that bought our house, we had a beach theme. Not like, we had a beach theme. They redid it. I'm sure they were thinking like, you live in the middle of nowhere. The nearest town has 52 people in it. But you have a beach in the middle of the woods of Pennsylvania? Yes, we did. But autumn just kind of screams that cozy farmhouse vibe to a lot of people, to me. I've been watching TikTok. I promise I will not go on about that because I just adore TikTok. And I know everybody's TikTok is different. My TikTok's the best. It's so good. So encouraging and lovely and diverse and such a positive place to be for me. But I know from TikTok that Starbucks has pumpkin spice latte, PSL. And have I ever been to Starbucks? I think once. I think once I've been to Starbucks with my mom and sister in Sarasota when they came to visit. And I'm not even sure it was a Starbucks. I just know it was a coffee shop. I think it was a chain. Could I figure out? We were in St. Armand's Circle. Have you ever been to St. Armand's Circle? Armand's Circle coffee shop. Would that tell me if it was a Starbucks? There's a lot of coffee shops there. I really feel like it's got a good shot at being a Starbucks. I don't remember, but I don't drink coffee or tea. I drink some caffeine somewhere and a whole lot of water, but I don't drink coffee or like coffee, but the smell is really good. But I feel like autumn is all things cozy, even though it's like 100 degrees here. And I'm glad for it. I'm glad it's 100 degrees. It's not 100 degrees. I bet you it's like 87. She says as she stays inside. I don't work outside, so I can like the heat. Was a hurricane coming? Ida. Huh. Not anywhere close to here. We rarely have hurricanes in my area. It'd have to clear all the Caribbean, or at least like make it across and clear the tip of Florida and then double back on itself. I mean, it happens occasionally, but it hasn't happened in a gajillion years. It says it feels like 102. It doesn't look like 102. You know, it looks a little overcast. It looks like if I was going to the pool, I'd be like, it's a little overcast. We will do the peach print. This print cracks me up. Did I stick it? Come on. The colors are perfect for autumn. Peaches. Oh, I didn't do a leaf on that one. You didn't get a leaf. Oh, maybe I'll do a little clip-on pumpkin. That's perfect. It'll add some padding. It's like a little hat, a little pumpkin hat you got. Another heart sticker because they're right here. Does not match the theme at all. That's okay. We can love any time of year. 2.2, so 3 ounces. When is the last time we got hit with, not even hit, we didn't get hit. That's what I went looking for, MN. I'm pretty sure it's Minnesota. This is just gonna happen in this video, in every video, it's just my life. Let's print and print. We got hit with Hurricane Irma, but it didn't hit as a hurricane. They said it was gonna be like a 4 or 5. I think we got hit with a Hurricane 3. We, in the community, all 76 houses did not lose power. Here's the thing though, the rest of everybody in our zip code lost power. Our power lines in this community are underground for some reason. Like if I look past our community, I can kind of see them but our community, they buried them. So we don't lose power usually in a hurricane. Usually we just lose power for absolutely no good reason, just power company kind of stuff, I'm sure. But we lost cable, and we lost power one afternoon when they were working on the rest of the community's power. And I remember I went over to the pool. Bear was working, and it was hot. It was like September or October, so it was hot. We lost air conditioning, which everybody in the area, I think, was like 9 days without power. And I ran into other people at the pool who I didn't know. Everybody was there at the same time because we all lost power. So hot. Irma, say 3 years ago? 2017, so 4 years ago, September. That makes sense. We boarded up. My husband helped a bunch of other people board. Okay, next is Tina. Hi, Tina. I shined your item. It's so pretty. So pretty. This would totally be my aesthetic if I wore jewelry. Gives me that, like, I found this in the woods behind Anna Green Gables' cottage when she got older.
Boom, boom.
And then I shined it up. It's a sterling silver and, what is it, hematite? I'm not sure I knew that. Faceted stone bracelet. And it's Dane Craft. It must have some kind of little issue because I put as is in the title. Patina to the sterling. The closure works. I'd rate this as an 8. I believe it was made in the 1950s. Oh, it had a little chain originally, and the chain is missing. You can still totally love this, but like there's a little hook. You'd be fine wearing this for like a gajillion years. I brought this box along. I thought it would fit perfectly in there. And it does have a patina. I don't know that it's solid sterling. Did I say it was solid? Oh, it is marked sterling on the clasp, but I didn't say. I just said it had patina. It does have a patina, even though I just shined it up. I'm going to stop this soon because my throat hurts. Oh, I have secrets I ordered. I should have one of those. I'm gonna go with the apple because it's right here and it's so rustically perfect. And I had apple ribbon and I was like, do I use the apple ribbon or do I send it on to somebody? I decided to send it on to somebody. Pretend there's a ribbon with apples. There's a lot of thought that goes into picking out stuff. Fun though. Okay, and this washi, where did you go? Oh, there you are. I imagine I would run out of ideas at some point. Maybe not. I mean, you could literally, no, you didn't work at all. You could literally just take anything and make tissue paper out. Like a print. Don't take anything and make tissue paper. There are some things you do not want in tissue paper. Okay. I have this rusticy orange burlap ribbon, but I'm gonna have to cut it because it is way too wide. It's about as wide as this package. That's satisfying. Oh, that's good. Super hard. It's like a hand workout. These scissors are very sharp. Oh, that made a mess. Oh, let's do that a bunch of times so this person doesn't get a mess. Ah, this is that ribbon that'll shred. That's kind of fun. Okay. Good. I'm going to tie it in the back. And I'll show you why. Oh, I could do so many things. Okay, now that we have a plain front, that is messy though. Is that going to leave messes everywhere? I wonder if I cut it. Okay. I will never do glitter ribbon for that very reason. Yeah, I think we're okay. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, so pretty. Oop, just lost a pumpkin. No big deal. It's got a hole. Just skewer it back up there. Okay, don't like the small pumpkins. I really, really, really like the leaf. I like the leaf on top. How am I gonna get that to stick there without using double stick tape? I could use washi. Washi probably won't hold it, it's heavy. Okay, pretend that was the final look. I can't do that though. I don't have magic powers. Leftover bags from my masks. What if I were to slip it in the bags? I really want that leaf to stay in place. Oh yeah, done. Okay, it's not great, but the look is there, which is all we need. So Tina lives in Indiana. You get a heart thing that doesn't a heart sticker that doesn't match at all. Yeah. Hopefully you're colorblind. I mean, hopefully not, but for the purpose of my sticker. 5 ounces. So I sent an offer of $44. And $3.99 shipping. My cost is $3.57. Huh, I didn't even realize there's a hurricane on the way. We have hurricane supplies here because we live in Florida and I have anxiety. So, helpful thing to have backup supplies. If you can afford it. But we're not going to get hit, so that's good. Yeah, when is the last time this area... I would have to go with Tampa because our area is too tiny for Google, probably. When is the last time Tampa had a hurricane? Because Tampa's about an hour, give or take. I've only been to Tampa like twice, so I don't know, but roughly. Tampa Bay, 1921, so literally 100 years ago. Really? Hurricanes that impacted Tampa. This has turned into a Tampa hurricane video. Hey, Spectrum News, pop up. Be something other than a blank page. Oh, I just have to... Waiting for this page to pop up, but I just had to scroll. There's nothing on the top of the page, which is a poorly designed website if there's nothing up there. Thank you, Tina. Hurricane Easy in the 50s. 44, 1960, 35, is that all? Yeah, hurricanes in this area aren't super... I mean, we get like hurricane category 1, 2. I think Irma was maybe even a 3, maybe, when it hit this area. I'm not sure. But it wasn't as bad as we expected. We do have a lot of hurricane shelters and we had a ton of supplies. Okay, this ring I just listed, like just yesterday, I feel like. I was feeling good enough to sit and list. So that means it's still around. I can skip it and go to the next. Let's skip it and go to the next thing. Another ring. This is headed to Cheryl. Cheryl's ring is so pretty.
Boom, boom.
Almost fits me. I'm not going to get your ring stuck, Cheryl. It's a 5 3/4. It's oval, like one of those eternity bands, and it has a whole bunch of ovals. So pretty. This is the type of band I'd see and be like, oh, that could be real. I would just assume it was real if I saw it. And not that that matters, but it's so pretty. It's so well done. It is marked sterling. Did I say it was sterling? I didn't put sterling in the title. So, yep, definitely sterling. It is 925 marked. You live in New Jersey. Wonder how far you live from my aunt. My husband's aunt. She is in New Jersey. She is in, can I say where she is? Does anybody care where she is? It's a pretty small place, I think. So let's see how many people this place has. It's in Egg Harbor Township. I can say it. Yeah, there's 43,000 people. I'm sure nobody knows her. And if you do, really, I mean, I haven't said her name, so it's not a big deal. This is so pretty, though, Cheryl. So pretty. It is $14.99. This might be my favorite piece of the day. So pretty. Sometimes when I'm listing rings, I put them on my finger if they fit, or they're even a little bit too big. I like that. And then I just type. I like watch my fingers move. I don't like the feel long term, but I totally get the appeal of jewelry, clearly. Okay. This is terribly confusing washi tape with this separation thing. Now I understand why this was almost free. It is pretty though. Okay. Let's go back to the leaves. Justin Roberts doesn't do a ton of autumn prints. It's very sad because they're Christmas. They have a whole separate catalog and there's like 4 quadrillion Christmas prints. That's where I was going. No autumn prints. Very few autumn prints. Any autumn prints? Not too many autumn prints. But a ton of Christmas. It's weird because they have no bunnies, so there's like not really Easter themed. But Christmas, they have so many prints. They have Santas and yoga Santas and smiling Santas and cat Santas and all of the Santas. It's so weird that they don't have a single bunny print in tissue paper. Get with the program, Justin Roberts. It's getting very confusing. Okay. Stay there. And flip. Okay, we're gonna go back to orange. It's thin. Yeah, this washi is not very sticky. Do not buy this washi from 5 years ago. Whatever I said, 4 years ago. Or just don't wait 4 years to use sticky wash. It could have been fine 4 years ago. It's just been sitting around. Okay. Let's be cute with little pumpkins. Let's do little pumpkins. Probably could have just broken that. Nope, that's splinters. That's wood. It's like pumpkins for Barbies. Let's see my little Barbie pumpkins. I mean, maybe even tinier than Barbies. They're so tiny. Look at my fingernail compared to it. It's so tiny. These be super cute earrings. But they're so lightweight because they're styrofoam too. Huh. I have enough to do. I'm not making earrings. Plus, I don't have all of the earring stuff because they're so cute. Three ounces. 2.2. $14.99 and $3.99 for shipping. That's not 3 pounds, 3 ounces. And my cost is $3.12. What else is going on? Not too much else. Print and print. I bought my husband a ton of things to try when I thought he was eating. And he lost his taste buds, so we have like 1 apple, 1 orange, a few grapes. Can somebody come over and eat all of this stuff? I'm thinking about eating it, and it's gonna make me sick. I mean, maybe. Probably just give me a whole lot of joint pain. I don't do well with fruit anymore. Thank you, Cheryl. But it's very decorative in our refrigerator. Oh, I should give it to the neighbor. Is she gonna want it? We had COVID. She probably won't want. That'd be an iffy thing for me. What am I gonna do with these pieces? Oh, I thought of a good thing. You're probably gonna want to know. I should say it out loud now that I've thought about it. We will put them in the car next time I go out because they're still very fresh, and give them to the local people, homeless. See if they want some fresh fruit. Oh, this is hard to do. Oh no, that's a bit better. Why is it so hard? These are sterling silver and Marcosite earrings. And they have like a white moonstone. What did I call this stone? Oh, it's mother of pearl. That's definitely what it is. Forget I said moonstone. Pretty. Very reflective. Brooke. Oh, love your name, Brooke. Love the name Brooke.
Boom, boom.
I think in the same vibe, I also like Blythe. I like Brooke better. Okay, let's put on little plasticky things. Good. I ran out of tiny boxes. I mean, not in the whole house, but I don't want to stand up. So we will use this little strawberry box. Cute. It has an open top. It's like a little shadowy box. Huh. I have little leaves somewhere, don't I? That doesn't look great. It's a lot of bubble wrap. Yeah, that's good. It's not good. It's too much bubble wrap. Oh, let's use a sticker. That will be much easier for this box then. Yes, that's much better. Okay, we're going back to the leaf paper. Everybody's got leaf paper. I did my hair in this like faux mohawk thing, and I think it's too dark. Like all the people on TikTok had very highlighted hair, and I was like, oh, like it looks so swoopy. And mine just, I mean, it's kind of there if you really look at it, but my hair is all one color basically. So you can't see the details. You need highlighted hair to see the details. Pretend my hair is highlighted. I have colored my hair before, but not in the last, well, it's gotta be over 6 years because I've never done it in this house. So that long ago, I just got too lazy. Plus my sister has such pretty hair, like dream hair. Really, I don't know. If I had to pick my hair, I would pick my sister's hair. The texture is so pretty, the coloring is gorgeous. It's like streaked with this beautiful, sparkly, glitter silver white hair. It's so pretty. And I just can't wait for mine to do that. And it's starting, I got my first, this is way too much information. Maybe it's not even my first. I feel like I've said this aloud before. First white eyebrow hair, but now that I'm saying it, it might be my second. Maybe I got one a few years back. And it doesn't matter, nobody's keeping track of my eyebrow hair. Except my mom probably. She's probably like, yeah, you told me that before. Sorry, Mom. But anyway, my sister's hair, so pretty. And I want to be my sister. I want to have her hair. My memory card ran out of memory. I had to wipe it. There's stuff on there from like a gajillion years ago. I put a pumpkin on. This is like a giant pumpkin. I mean, it's still cute. Let's go back to the fox one because that's the one on top. Kind of has an autumn vibe, right? There's like trees. Foxes, that autumn orange kind of rust color. Little pumpkin. Okay. $11 she paid. Colorado. My sister used to live in Colorado just for like a year. 2.4, so we round up to 3. My cost is $3.35. I also sent out my niece Tima, who's going to turn 13 this coming year. I mean, she's like 12. She'll be 12 and a half in October. We have a half birthday. She doesn't know. Anyway, her half birthday is coming up in October, but I sent out her September package this morning, which was very fun. Oh, somebody sent me an offer. They have 18,000 items on. Whoa. And I just bought a set of these for $18. Please send me your best offer on a lot of bracelets. What are my bracelets even priced at? 23. Did I send an offer to them or are they asking for 18? Huh. I just bought a set of these for 18. Send me your best offer. They want mine for 18 then, or they want mine for cheaper? That's a weird question. We'll contemplate that. I think they have a ton of watchers is the thing, and they retail for like close to 100. Retail doesn't matter. But I think they usually sell for a lot more than that. I think my 23 was a pretty good price. I usually price my things pretty aggressively. I'll have to see how many watchers I have. Thank you, Brooke. I just listed them too. Not that they're like everybody wants them or something, but
Boom, boom.
consider. I know I have a bag of rings. Did I put them somewhere to get them out of the way? Yes, I did. They are right here. These are the ones I listed. Nope. These the ones? I've got 3 bags of rings here. These the ones? Got a lot of rings. Bags of rings. None of these are them. These are the rings I haven't listed. Correct. These are my next set of rings. I've got to find the ring. I think I have here my husband. Okay, I'll be back later. Happy Saturday morning. It is about 11 o'clock. I found the ring. It was just literally right here in this bag of rings I just listed. It is a silver tone and black skeleton head ring.
Boom, boom.
And this is headed to Gregory. I just sold another item. Sterling silver bracelet. Oh, it's so pretty. It is headed to Maryland. Okay, so this is headed to Gregory. Gregory lives Montana. I'm going to put it in this little ribbon that I have saved just to like tie it off so it doesn't go flying. And then because I didn't think to get a small box, we will put it in this box. Maybe tuck this ribbon around. My congestion eased up ever so slightly. At least from last night. My husband's doing well. Oh, at least he was last night. He's sleeping now. I had this already. I wrapped it and I forgot to hit film and then I re-wrapped it. Anyway, we binged our first binge session, I would say. We've watched shows obviously before. We've been married over 19 years. Obviously we've watched shows before together, but we both wanted to watch this show, and we told each other when he was feeling well enough to watch TV. It was Motel Makeover. I have strong opinions, as does the entire internet. I can't find my scissors. I'm sure they're floating around. I thought it would be like a regular HD, oh, this is already cut, HGTV show. It's not, but the thing is, people make money in so many different ways and are smart in ways that I could never be. And I appreciated that these girls made it work and they seem to be doing okay. And I wish them well. And they're not mean, they're not rude, they're just not me. And it wasn't what I would have done necessarily, but they're doing great. And we watched all 6 episodes. Bear was feeling good enough to watch all 6 in a row. And we had a blast. He was on the couch, of course, but doing well enough to be on the couch. So I'm sure Gregory's going to appreciate the sticker I just realized I put on there. I mean, maybe he will. Should have put washi. It sticks out. So, yay him to even be sitting up well enough. I mean, to watch 6 shows in a row. It's really quite the turnaround. I'm thrilled. We'll see how he does today. And he ate some mashed potatoes, which he has been doing off and on, but like, so good. And because he can't taste, I've been using plant butter. I've been making the mashed potatoes, which is so unlike me, but he hasn't been feeling well, obviously, where he would make the mashed potatoes himself. Let's do one of these masks. I got some Fabfitfun stuff. I'll show you here in a second. I was going to use one of those masks, but this is like, I don't know, more substantial, let's say. So I've been making the mashed potatoes without salt and with plant butter, which, if you know Bear, he's not a plant butter guy, but he can't taste it, so good enough. I just don't want any dairy to affect his stomach. He doesn't seem to be sensitive to dairy in any way, but I think the plant butter was even cheaper when I priced it out. Okay, Gregory. I'm gonna say 3. We've gone for 3 at about every package, so yeah, 2.9, round up to 3. So he paid $14.99. That sold really quickly. I think I said that yesterday, like a few hours quickly. Could be October, could be just what he was looking for. You never know. I never feel like I should have priced things for more. I mean, I can't even remember. Some bugs are chirping in the background, like that crickety noise, just overall amplified. You just never know if he's been looking for that. I've been looking for stuff for so long. Like, I have my husband's last name. His dad did barns and like made ball caps probably in the 70s, so I have a search for that just in case one ever becomes available. He probably only produced a few dozen, and we could probably track one down, but I thought, how cool would it be to find like one of his dad's things and surprise him? In my head, it's amazing. In reality, I don't know if it would work that way, but anyway, $3.22. He paid $3.99. Yesterday, I did decide to buy the blue salt item I found on ThredUp. I paid shipped. How? $12.99 shipped? $13.90. $13.90 for almost an identical top. I wear this top all the time. I wear blue salt stuff all the time. And I'm like washing it and drying it and not caring about it. It's good stuff. And it's a size 5, which is probably like their extra large, but honestly, as long as it buttons, so it's fine. I don't know which size this is. I bet you I bought this on ThredUp. It's hard to see orders on ThredUp. They don't really make it super easy. You can see all your orders, but there's like no clickable pictures. Anyway, I'll show you my Fabfitfun Box. This is probably the last item I will do on, not probably, this will definitely be the last item. Should I do another heart sticker? Maybe just some washi on film. You know what? I have other stickers. Here we go. We'll do a little yay. Oh, that's good. And a little penguin. A little fall penguin. Thanks, Gregory. Fabfitfun. Yeah, so the other 2 orders are a huge box of jewelry, which is flat rate. I could print that now. I really enjoyed taking pictures of it. I'll print that. For Kathleen, and Kathleen is in, just pretend I have a giant box of jewelry. Wisconsin. And the box was just over 30 pounds. It was like 30.5 pounds in just a flat rate box. So if I would just send this priority mail, non-flat rate, it'd be $61. But I made sure that it was going to fit in a large flat rate box. So she paid $65 for the box. It was a bid. That's what I started it at.
Boom, boom.
Such a fun mix of jewelry. And some of the pieces, a lot of the pieces are usable. But hopefully she does something fun with it. It'd just be so fun to open, honestly. I put it together. I might be a little biased. It's so colorful and fun. Kathleen, I hope you like it. And she paid $19.99 for shipping. And my cost for flat rate is $18.73 because of the eBay discount. So I will print that. I might as well print that. Pretend I had a box. And then the other item just sold, so I haven't pulled that. But like I said, I have a 3-day handling time, and it is Saturday. So when does this need to ship? By Wednesday? September 1st. Yeah, Wednesday. And that's headed to Maryland, who I recognize. Hi, Maryland. I sent a bunch of offers, though, so I will at least wait till Monday. Fabfitfun stuff. Thank you, Kathleen. I'll make sure that gets in the mail. Okay, yeah, I think we can move on to that. I have a few other things I need to package, but one's a website order. Actually, I should message her. Oh, Marilyn messaged. She said, thank you so much for the amazing offer. I can't wait to get this beautiful bracelet. Love your YouTube videos, especially the shipping ones. Oh, Marilyn, now I've got to go get your bracelet. Okay, we'll do that. You do such a beautiful job with your packages and of course the videos, including your hubby as well. Such a great couple. I also enjoy watching your mom and sister. I haven't seen anything recently from your sister though. Pray everything's okay. My sister's doing great. She is a landscaper. She, busy season, it had rained a whole bunch. And so like she's trying to catch up. And one of her clients wanted her to paint before new flooring went down. She's helping my mom. Today's my brother's birthday party. And her daughter, my niece, Tima, is out of school. She is back in school now, 6th grade. But so it was just that she really thought, I mean, and in winter she probably could. My sister is such a hard worker. My family, my mom, my sister, just my whole family, my aunts, such hard workers. Seriously, my mom's success is due to her waking up every morning and doing the things she doesn't want to do. And she loves doing most of them, but just such hard work and dedication. And my sister, we text every day, all day, as long as we're both feeling well, but like 99% of the time we're in the midst of conversing and one of us just falls asleep and then we pick up the next day. She got stung with bees. Oh, her and a dog walked over a beehive and she got stung and the dog got stung. Just a lot. She's okay. She's okay. Just busy, which winter is going to be hopefully a little light for her. I mean, not as far as money, but like as far as, I hope she just has more time. I love you, C. Her name's Lisa. I call her C. Or Lee. I don't know. We hardly ever converse. I'm not great on the phone. I've said that like a gajillion times. So past my mom and like the occasional doctor, I hardly ever talk on the phone. I just don't. I also enjoy watching Mom's sister. I haven't seen anything. I am anxious to see what more they've done with their new house. Oh, what has my sister been doing? Okay. Wow, my sister's been doing a lot with the new house. She is filming everything. Their basement had taken on water, so she had to pump out all the water. She's just doing everything. Bathroom, she did her bathroom like a refresh. I'm sure she'll have a video out. I'm sure I'm not spoiling anything. The dining room looks so good in the living room area. It's probably the living room. She probably wouldn't call it the dining room. She hung curtains. She's just my sister. Thanks again for the offer and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Marilyn. Okay, we're gonna go pull your bracelet so we can do that on camera for you. Okay, we are back. I'm going to message the person from my website and then do Marilyn's order. That way I can have a head start on this. She ordered tissue paper, polymailers, cards, and stickers. Hi, Tanya. And I just wanted to make sure if she wanted the autumn packaging or just like generic packaging. Hello and great to see you again. Would you like an autumn theme or more of a generic theme? Sending love, Melissa. Okay. Here is the bracelet. Let's go to eBay. That just sold maybe an hour ago. That's my listings. That's the bracelet. Want to make sure it's the bracelet.
Boom, boom.
Yes, it is. It's a really nice sterling. Like it's good quality. It already sold. I don't have to sell you on it. I really like the lavender box, and I know it doesn't match, but it's so pretty. We're gonna do lavender. There we are. I just wrapped up my mom's birthday present, which I'm not going to say, but in my mind, it's a really good gift. She'll appreciate it. It's not like, woohoo, but like over time, good gift. Without spoiling it. But it's something that I was like, do I want to keep this? Sorry, Mom. I had to think hard about it because I also like that. Let's do the autumn. And it's already cut. There we go. Marilyn's been a great customer, so if I could wrap something, I mean, I've had the shipping stuff out anyway. Not my ring light. Oh no, don't think I got the ring light for you guys. It's so much work, that ring light. I mean, it takes like 2 minutes. Not so sticky washy. Let's do this. This is a lot more than I thought on this roll. I'm glad. Printer randomly cleaning itself. I just had to change the toner, which, as you know, toner, if you don't know, is very pricey. But it should last us. I mean, the last toner lasted us. I don't think I've ever replaced the toner here, so over 6 years. And that was with my husband not having a tablet for his music, so I can't even imagine how long that's gonna last now. I mean, it'd last longer if I installed my dyno. It's on the list. My husband's like, you really should work on getting one phone. Like, I just need to transfer all my passwords to this new phone. You'd think I'd have time to do that. I mean, I have plenty of time. I really wasn't doing well though, so I didn't have the passwords at the top of my head. I might be losing my voice. Okay. Nope, we need one of these cards. Now, let's do the black and white leaf on top because that is lovely. I think I'm gonna open these new masks and then we'll jump right into the Fabfitfun unboxing. I cut myself opening a can last night. A can with like one of those easy, I'm fine. You're fine, body. They are Guardian Angel eye gels. I like these eye gels. I don't know about this company. I'm sure I've used them before, but they're like, I think they're the golden ones usually. Overworked eyes. It's not very matchy-matchy, but there we are. Shall we do? What shall we do? We only have the peach left and the skull, so we'll grab the peach. Little heart. I used to work in elementary school and we had one of these walls. What color was the background? I don't remember. Where we had all of the kids put their handprint and it was the whole wall. I think I remember the background. I have no idea what the background color was. I don't think it was red. 2.7, so we round up to 3. And she paid $15. I sent an offer. And $3.99 for shipping. My cost is $3.22. Oh, and we ran out of business cards. That was the perfect number. I mean, just literally right here. I probably have some. I definitely have like 1,000 over there. Print. And print. Oh, Maryland's in South Dakota. And that was my last order. Yes. Thank you, Marilyn. Okay, there's the box. However, This is not a large flat rate. I have large flat rate. It'll fit in the large flat rate because I had to pad it a good bit. It's like right there. This is a large mailing box. So this would cost 61 or whatever it was, $62 after I taped it up. So I realized they're so close. This one's slightly bigger. By slightly, I probably mean like 2 inches. But it just says large mailing box. It's not large flat rate. So good thing I caught that. And now I'm going to show you my Fabfitfun Box. I do get 2 of these. I have 2 subscriptions. I think both of them are ending. I want to say this is the last box. I don't think I have them signed up for another box. And honestly, I don't know that I'll do these again. I'm getting to the point in my life where we have a lot of this stuff, or it just doesn't make sense to do these. I'm gonna reserve my right to change that opinion, but at this point, I think this is the last box on both subscriptions, I think. So, the big item, I think this was the big item. So you get to pick, spoiler, obviously. This is a Fabfitfun autumn box, and I've only gotten one. My sister got hers yesterday, and I have another one coming. You get to pick items as long as you're annual. So like if you subscribe for the whole year, you get to pick all of them. If you subscribe seasonally, you get to pick maybe a majority, 4 of them, something like that. So there's a ton of choices. But these are the ones I chose. A pan. I asked Bear, there really wasn't anything we really needed. And he's like, I could use a pan. We have 2 pans. The man doesn't cook. I mean, he cooks like once a day when he feels well, not for the last 2 weeks. But it is a really nice pan. And I showed it to him last night. He was on the couch, obviously feeling well enough to look at the stuff. He's like, this is like Christmas. No, I think this is not as good as Christmas. I mean, we don't exchange Christmas gifts because there's nothing, thankfully, I need. But it's so pretty. It's so much prettier than I thought. I mean, like, it's so pretty. It's a darker blue, and I don't know if this is faux wood. I imagine it's faux wood. I can't imagine you just put real wood on the stove. Phantom Chef. And I'm sure you can find this at TJ Maxx or something very similar for like $12.99 or whatever. I'm very taken by our fun new pan that I will never use. Wash thoroughly. Got it. Stay cool handle. Works for all countertops. Nope, cooktops. That's what that says. Dishwasher suitable. We took our dishwasher. So, yay. Yay, new pan. We were very excited about our new pan for some reason. It's so pretty. I'll show you all the things Bear was super excited about. I almost didn't order this for him, but I thought, oh, he might like that. It's cute. It's a digital clock. I cannot figure out how to program it. It comes with instructions. I tried last night. It was too late. I was too tired. Pretend I did this. Right now, it's not 103. It could be, though. Really? Are you going to call me out on it? No, you are not. I don't know that you'll be able to see that in the sunshine. There you go. And it has 3 alarms. I don't know who's using 3 alarms and a tiny little LED alarm clock, but it comes with USB. It's pretty. It's plastic, but cute. I wish this wasn't, I'm going to try to take this off with a little bit of alcohol, the brand, because it's black. It just ruins the aesthetic. Sorry, Cloud Nova. I appreciate what you're doing as a company, kinda. I mean, as much as I could appreciate a plastic clock. But cute. This I chose all of them. I think we'll use this though. In our car, we live in Florida. We have emergency bag, just one, and it's in an open tote. I ordered from the bin pickers like 5 years ago, and it's serving us well, but every once in a while, like something will just spill out. And I do check the emergency bag about every 6 months, every year. So if we needed to, hurricane or whatever, I'm sure we'd pack more stuff, but it would get us through. But I thought this was super cute. It's nylon. It's not like super fancy, but it's cute. It has a lot of pockets. Can I say cute a whole bunch more? APL. Never heard of you, APL. Polyester. Oh, I said nylon. It has that like backpacky feel. But I don't need it to fold up, but I thought this would be a really good thing rather than having a cotton open tote. So I do plan on transferring all of that stuff. That is on my short list. The clock, because it's for Bear, I'll do it. Cortez Body Cleanser. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Use it, I guess. It has a nice scent. Some of me is congested, so maybe it's even, it smells like soap. What is this supposed to be? I like this brand a lot. Santori Grape. Nope. Santorini Grape, that's what that says. Clean formula, pharma grade, made in Greece. Yeah. I don't know, soap. I use bar soap. It's pretty. Another like usable thing, we do have some reusable bags. This is very much our color, this kind of minty aqua color. I'm not sure, I might use this in the emergency bag too. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. That's how I feel about Fabfitfun. I'm glad to have some of these things, but not like I need them. But still super cute. This would be a cute lunch bag, cute little store your Legos bag. I think it goes like one of those kind of, I don't know. Because I don't cook, I never have anything to put in these kind of bags, but I like it. Two other things. So I picked 6 items. You could pick like a ton more items, if little items. They really allow you to customize more than they ever have. I really like this. My sister loves hers too. True Morning Shea and Moringa Balm. She said it smelled like honey. I couldn't smell a single thing, but again, I'm super congested. It's thick, like thick. I don't know if mine's supposed to be like almost impossible to squeeze out this tube thick. I don't think so, right? Like that's really thick. But I do like it. I absolutely will use it. Yeah, but again, I'm pretty congested. And then lip balm. Dr. Rogers Restore Lip Balm. Lip balm. Lip balm, lip balm. So yeah, I'm very happy with all of that stuff. And the little brochure here. My sister got a ball cap. I pick out her order for her. And she's very much a ball cap girl. The ball cap. What else did she get? A candle, a diffuser, which I have, and I love mine. I cannot believe I love mine as much as I love mine. The balm. I don't know what else she got. I ordered it for her. You think I'd remember? I don't. Yeah, there's a ton of, there wasn't very much makeup. I don't know if there's any makeup in here, honestly. Like eyeshadow. I would have thought some kind of autumn-y kind of thing, but no. There we go. Oh, and the masks. I already showed you those, but that was the last thing. So those items I ordered. Is that it? Is that the end of this talk? I think so. I don't think I have anything else to say. I told you about my new blue salt piece. I told you about Bear. I have 2 doctor's appointments coming up too. Yeah. One for my injection and one for my CRPS doctor. That's just like a monthly checkup. I had to cancel because of COVID, and I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing okay. I hope all the things. Okay, I'm gonna sign off. Bye.
We hope your day is blooming with joy.